Tesla, my Tesla. Down over 3% here today in regards to Tesla. Very interesting day with Tesla on a few different fronts, okay? First up, Tesla and Saudi Arabia are in early talks for EV factories, supposedly. Saudi Arabia is in talks with Tesla about setting up manufacturing facility there, people familiar with the discussion said, as part of the ambitious push into the kingdom to secure metals needed for electric vehicles to help diversify its economy away from oil. The talks are at very early stage and could fall apart. Any deal could be fraught with complications given Tesla CEO Elon Musk's contentious relationship with the Saudis, as well as the kingdom's existing partnership with the company's electric vehicle rival, Lucid Group. Come on, man. You're going to call Lucid a rival? A rival to Tesla? Are you kidding me? What are we talking about here, okay? That's like saying, I don't know, Mississippi State is a rival to Alabama. Like, stop it, man. Just stop it. That's just utterly ridiculous, okay? Utterly ridiculous. Tesla didn't respond to a request. That's like saying BlackBerry is a rival to Apple. Like, just knock it off, okay? Tesla didn't respond to requests for comment before publication of this article. After publication, Musk tweeted that the article was utterly false, he said, in regards to Wall Street Journal's kind of opinions and perspectives. So, I think that definitely weighed on the stock. Now, I have some good news in regards to Tesla on a few different fronts that are very interesting here, okay? First one is, and Brendan posted this, okay? A non-manufacturer license plate Cybertruck was seen in Palo Alto. That is the first, I believe, anybody's seen in the world of a non-manufacturer license plate Cybertruck out there. So, definitely exciting. From my understanding, what I'm hearing is October is this time we're going to start seeing, let's call it a lot more Cybertrucks on the road in some different cities, okay? And then you'll continue to see more into November, December, and then obviously major production is coming in 2024 from my understanding. So just keep that in mind. You know, don't be surprised if at some point this winter you see your first Cybertruck in person if you haven't seen one yet. Now, speaking about Tesla, oh my gosh, I was going to the gym in my community yesterday, and I'm like, the whole community is a freaking Tesla dealership. I'm like, look at this, Tesla. It's insane, man. Absolutely insane. Like, man, it's Tesla putting up numbers, and man, are they going to put up some numbers over this next few years. Very, very exciting. And I always tell people this. I've said it since the beginning. If people with money to buy any sort of vehicle are choosing to buy Teslas, it's a very positive signal. It's one of the most positive signals you can get. Because then it basically means just as long as Tesla's able to bring down price over time, right, they're going to be able to attract the masses. And what we're seeing now is Model 3 and Model Y become, started to get to the most attractively priced vehicles you can possibly imagine for a middle-class consumer now at this point in time. So this is what we have going on, folks. Very, very exciting, right? Now, this is also going on, right? A Michigan-based auto manufacturing supplier is planning to lay off 293 employees due to the United Auto Workers strike against the Detroit 3 automakers. This is the first supplier to detail its layoff plans in the state since the union began the walkout on Friday, right? So obviously not an ideal situation. I mean, I don't know. It's not a good situation. Tesla doesn't even need this. That's the thing. Like, is it going to benefit Tesla? Absolutely. Is it going to benefit Mexico, all this? Yes, absolutely. But at the end of the day, like, Tesla's going to put up their numbers regardless. This is probably just like a cherry on top situation in regards to all this. I don't think it's good. I think it's bad for the auto manufacturers, and we'll see how it all trades out. But I can tell you, it's not a good situation. The automakers are going to have to end up paying up before it's all said and done, and they're going to have to pay workers a lot more for the next few years until they move that production down to Mexico, which will end up happening, unfortunately. Ron Barron, billionaire Ron Barron, I mean, this man, a great investor, and we're talking about a guy that maybe goes on CNBC 1 to 3 times a year. So, yeah, I got to put this one on the Big Dog channel here today, folks. I got to make sure as many people see this one as possible. So, appreciate y'all being here. Make sure you check out pinned comment down there. Get my Investing Foundations workshop. It's brand new. You guys will enjoy that one. It's absolutely free.
Now at a similar stage where it was in 2014, 2015, when I was investing 16, and they were doing 40,000 cars a year. They're now doing 1.8 million, on the way to 20 million. And they've been growing 50%.
So right off the bat, I mean, that's a huge statement in itself. He believes they're going to 20 million cars. My opinion on Tesla's always been they're going to 5 to 10 million cars. I would love it if they go to 20 million cars someday, but that's where his opinion is they're going to 20 mil.
year, and this year they'll probably be up, 25, 30%. Next year, about the same. But there's a new car coming.
25, 30% revenue?
No, units.
Or units, okay.
Units. And then they got the battery business, which is $6 billion a year, and that's going to be up triple over the next 3 years, and that's going to go up 30 times.
There's been a lot made over the UAW and the potential strike that is facing the big three
battery business up 30 times, he says there. That's interesting. Obviously, Tesla has so many capabilities long term. If they want to sell their battery technology, license it. If they want to just sell batteries, the bottom of vehicles to other auto manufacturers over time, there's so many places they can take that.
Here. And what's been brought up is they have all of these EVs that they have to deal with. Their cost basis is quite a bit higher than Tesla's.
Way higher. So every time they sell an EV, they sell one fewer gasoline car. And the gasoline car they make money on, and the EVs they lose money on. The traditional OEMs are troubled right now, and I think ultimately, they're going to make metal, they're going to make the units, and ultimately they're going to buy software from Tesla. Tesla is going to be like Intel inside of a Microsoft computer. That's going to be Tesla. So Tesla is going to be everything that makes the car, all
right, hold on, Ron Barron. Hold your dang horses for just a moment, okay? Please, Mr. Ron Barron, never, ever say Intel and Tesla in the same sentence ever again. So I understand the point he's trying to make there, but let's just not even go there, okay? Obviously, we know the troubles Intel has had over the past 10, 15 years, and especially in regards to their valuation. So there's no doubt. I mean, if you look at just Tesla self-driving capabilities and where those are headed, where they're at now, there's no doubt that many of the big auto manufacturers are likely going to license that technology over time, and Tesla could make, obviously, immense amounts of money from that technology, right?
And all the inside is going to be Tesla. That's what's ultimately they're going to be licensed.
Are you buying any additional Tesla or SpaceX, or have you kind of maxed out where you feel comfortable with your fund, which is a diversified fund?
In the funds that I manage, I've been maxed out. We had, when the stock went up 20 times after we bought it, we sold for clients about a quarter of the shares. I didn't sell a share personally. I committed to the directors of our mutual funds. I only invest in mutual funds normally. I made an exception in this instance, and I said I was the last in, I would last out, and I won't sell a single share for myself until we sell all of our client stock. And as far as buying more, I would buy more if I could, but I can't. And other guys at our firm are nibbling. They do things like, this is a great price. This is when they introduce this Model 2, they're going to have the cost half of what it is right now, half. And they're going to sell the car for, I don't know, maybe a third less than what it is right now, and there's credits. So this is Toyota almost bankrupted the whole automobile industry 20 years ago.
Do you... Okay, so before we go further here, he brings up a great point there, and I think that's a point that's probably missed a lot nowadays. And this is something Ron Barron spoke about years ago. Kathy Wood also spoke about this probably more than anybody years ago, is she basically would explain internal combustion engine vehicles, the cost to make those continues to rise and rise and rise and will continue to rise. And I remember her talking about this all the way back in probably 2018, 2019. Meanwhile, the cost of making an EV is going down and down and down and down. And we kind of reached the, let's call it the tipping point here in the past, we can call it 1 to 2 years, where now it's more affordable for Tesla to make a vehicle, and that's why Tesla's able to be even more competitive with pricing now than internal combustion engine vehicles, which is a really interesting thing, and we haven't even maxed out kind of the cost curve yet in regards to this, right? So Tesla's just getting better and better and smarter at being able to make vehicles for cheaper and cheaper prices. Meanwhile, internal combustion engines, it's just getting more and more and more expensive. And so that's just one of many reasons why ICE vehicles are going to be slowly phased out over this next, we can call it 5 to 10 years, and why EV sales are just going to continue to go up in a pretty epic way over this next 5 to 10 years. Because now you're looking and you're like, dude, if I want to go get a new car, the best deal on the market is a Model 3 and a Model Y. If you want the best bang for your buck by a mile, at this point in time, you go get a Model 3 or you go get a Model Y. There's no way you're going to get a better bang for your buck out there than those two vehicles. It's a no-brainer.